Adrian College Bulldogs. Now for today's starting lineups, first with the visiting Grizzlies. Leading off at shortstop, number 10, Anthony Ayu. At second base, number 2, Austin Pierce. In center field, number 22, Nick Baker. At third base, number 17, Austin Macias. At first base, number 25, John Fred. The designated hitter, number 39, AJ Choi. The catcher, number 33, Gabe Massett. The right fielder, number 14, Cody Witt. And the left fielder, number 9, Brad Gilson. On off for the Grizzlies, number 32, Tony Slavic. And now for the Adrian College Bulldogs. Leading off, the shortstop, number 2, Eric Stevenson. The second baseman, number 16, Tyler Rochia. The left fielder, number 14, Tyler Cairo. The first baseman, number 17, Evan Gednacki. The designated hitter, Carson Withers. The center fielder, number 18, Andrew Beidel. The third baseman, number 34, Jordan Ham. The right fielder, number 30, Shane Carney. The catcher, number 25, Josh Giuliano. And on the mound for your Bulldogs, number 44, Mark Cash.
Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to this edition of October Baseball. It's the Adrian College Club baseball team taking on Oakland University in the first of this Sunday afternoon doubleheader. Game 1, which was originally a triple header, got rained out, so we'll just have the 2 games today. But nonetheless, we're glad you're tuning in. Play-by-play here, Robbie Alexander, joined always by my colleague, Cody Alexander.
Definitely a fun time today. We're going to see a couple inaugural seasons. Adrian College Bulldogs and the Oakland U Grizzlies both playing their first season, so it'll be an exciting matchup between the 2 newbies.
Leading off the game for the Golden Grizzlies is the shortstop, Anthony Alou. Soft drizzle coming down here at Nicolay Field today. Here's the first pitch in the turf, low, 1-0. On the bump today for Adrian, we've got number 44, Mark Cash.
Cash comes in with a 1-1 record. He's posted a 1.62 ERA, 5 strikeouts, 7 walks, so he does have some control issues.
And he gets a strike across the plate right there and evens count up at 1-1. Pitch high and outside, make it 2-1 for the batter, Lou.
Grizzlies come into today with a 2-0 record. Had a sweep of Wright State last weekend. Score 5-1 in the first game and 3-2 in the second game.
So that ball tad inside, but finds the inner part of the plate, and the count is now 2-2. It's the payoff pitch. Ground ball over to second base. First baseman will roam over to get it, and Cash will be at first base, but not in time. Alou beats him to the bag, and the Golden Grizzlies have their leadoff man aboard.
Yep. Cash made a nice break off the mound, but just a little slight hesitation as he was reaching the bag cost him out at first base.
So that's going to bring up the second baseman for Oakland. It's number 2, Austin Pierce. First pitch from Cash across at the knees, and it's 0-1. Lefty Cash gets his sign, looks over, and the pitch has him way ahead on that breaking ball. Count quickly falls to 0-2 on Pierce.
Nice little change of pace there by Cash. First at bat was pounding him in with fastballs, but took it off a little on that last pitch.
That ball outside, 1-2. Trying to get him fishing right there. Throw over to first, but nothing doing as Alou gets back in time. The 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, and Cash will throw him the chair first of the afternoon. And there's one down on the Golden Grizzlies.
Nice sweet sequence there by Cash. Finishing him off with a nice fastball.
So that'll bring up the center fielder, number 22, Nick Baker. Cash throws a fastball high, 1-0.
The second game versus Wright State last week, Baker went 2 for 5 with a clutch 2-run double with 2 outs in the 6th inning.
Cash checks his man, the pitch, low and inside. It's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Just outside, and it's 3-0. So Baker trying to work a little one-out walk here in the first inning. The pitch. Just catches the outside corner, and it's 3-1. Field playing at double play depth. 3-1. That one sails outside, and it's a 1-out walk for Nick Baker, excuse me. And now runners on first and second, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Austin Macias. Macias takes a first pitch strike at the knees. Fun fact, Austin Macias was a former BC Hawk in the North Oakland Travel League. So that ball is outside. Count falls to 1-1.
Yep, former teammate of Robbie and I.
It's the pitch from Cash. A high foul ball that's going to find its way out of play on the right side of the field. 1-2.
First 3 batters of the game, Cash was really working the black, both outside and inside of the plate, but against Macias is really just going after him with some hard fastballs.
Another liner out of play on the right side of the field. Cash checks his runner at second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hard ground ball through the right side. Alou's going to come home from second. Here comes the throw to the plate. Held up, and Oakland takes an early 1-0 lead on the single by Macias.
Nice little piece of hitting there by Macias. Got a little out in front of it, but was able to flip it out into right field through the hole.
So it's going to bring up the first baseman, number 25, John Friend, trying to keep this first inning rally going for the Golden Grizzlies. There's a high foul ball on the right side, but it's going to find its way out of play. So runners on the corners with 1 out. And Friend with an RBI opportunity right here. Macias breaks for second, the throw down. And he is safe at second. Hand comes off for a quick moment. Didn't see it though and doesn't apply the tag. So there'll be runners on second and third with only 1 out.
Looked like Giuliano had throw there on time, but Rochia couldn't get the tag down quite in time to get the out.
Here's the 0-2 pitch from Cash. Finds it on the outside of the plate, 1-2. Sun trying to peek through the clouds here at Nicolay Field. Big swing and miss on the off speed. Will break for first. There's out number 2. Runners will hold. And it's now 2 outs here in the top of the first with runners on second and third. And I'll bring up the designated hitter, A.J. Choik, number 39. Has the nice American flag sleeve on today. That fastball misses low and outside, 1-0. Here's the pitch from Cash. There's a ground ball through the middle. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to score at least 1 run. Macias is going to come home after the misplay out in left field by Cairo. Choik's going to go all the way from third. And he is in. Mark it a single with a 2-base double. The Oakland Golden Grizzlies now have a 3-0 lead here in the first inning.
Yeah, left fielder out there trying to make the throw before he had it in his glove and cost him dearly. 2 more runs on the board for the Grizzlies.
So that's going to bring up the catcher, Gabe Masick, trying to keep this rally going here in the first. Here's the pitch from Cash. Gets him swinging off speed, and it's quickly 0-1. Cash trying to escape with just the 3 runs here in the first. Foul ball straight back, and the count quickly falls to 0-2.
See if Cash wants to challenge him here with another fastballer. Put something soft in the dirt, see if he'll chase at it.
Here's the payoff pitch. Soft grounder over to second base, where Shia scoops it up and throws over for out number 3. Bulldogs get out of the inning, but not before giving up 3 runs. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning, 3-0 Golden Grizzlies. And you're watching some October baseball here on ACTV. Welcome back to Bulldog Baseball here on ACTV. Bottom of the first, 3-0 Golden Grizzlies on a couple of singles and a misplay out in left field. So here comes the leadoff man, Eric Stevenson, trying to get something started and get those 3 runs back. Of course, it just takes one hit at a time, and that's what he's going to try to do here. First pitch from Tony Slagle is in the dirt for ball 1.
Slagle threw a complete game last weekend against Wright State. Surrendered 1 run on 4 hits, struck out 5.
There's a line drive into center field. Diving attempt by the center fielder, but it's going to get past him, roll all the way to the wall. Stevenson is off for the races. He's hitting third, and he's going to try to come home. Here comes the throw, and it is going to be offline and not in time. Inside the park home run to start the bottom of the first for the Bulldogs, and it's 3-1.
Just a do-or-die line drive out in left field. Baker decided to go for it and just couldn't come up with it. Took a big risk and didn't pay off for the Grizzlies, but put a run on the board for the Bulldogs.
So after a little excitement to start this bottom of the first, that's going to bring up the second baseman, Tyler Rochia. We'll see if he can do the same thing. He'll take a strike on the outer half of the plate, start his at-bat 0-1. Ball on the turf. Evens count up at 1-1. So not exactly the way Schlegel wanted to start this game today. And there's another line drive. This one into right field. Misplayed by the right fielder, and that one's going to roll past him. Rochia is on his way to second, and he'll pull in. And there's a misplay by the second baseman now. He's going to take third. And Rochia is on with nobody out. 2 errors on 1 play. First, the right fielder couldn't handle the catch, gets by him. Then the second baseman can't handle the throw in. And it's a sloppy start for the Golden Grizzly defense.
Yeah, not the way you want to start if you're the Grizzlies. Witt out there in right field. Misjudged the wind. If you look out at the flags, you can see it's blowing straight out to right. Came in a little too much. Had to go back. And then not the greatest throw into the second baseman. And Pierce couldn't quite handle it, allowing Rochia to go up to third.
That brings up the designated hitter, Tyler Cairo, who will take a strike on the outer half of the plate and a chance to drive in another run here in the bottom of the first inning. Hard line drive. That's right back up the box, a base hit. Rochia is going to come in to score. A missed throw. Cut off by Schlegel, so it's an RBI single for Tyler Cairo, and the Bulldogs continue to chip away. It's now 3-2.
First 3 batters for the Dogs. 3 straight line drives, so Bulldogs offense is in full force this Sunday afternoon.
It's going to bring up the first baseman in the 4-hole. It's Evan Gugnacki. There's a curveball by Schlegel to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. They say in baseball you don't want to give them an extra out, and they've given them a couple right here, and it's really stinging them here to start the game. There's a ball high, a pickoff throw back to first. And Cairo just manages to get under the tag. I think the throw beat him there, but nonetheless, he's safe.
Just manages to crawl back into the base.
Masick kind of did a pump fake, saw that Cairo wasn't going to get back, so he went ahead and ripped it and almost got his man. That pitch from Schlegel is low, 2-1. Another off speed, just misses low. The count crawls to 3-1, still nobody out for the Adrian College Bulldogs. Gugnacki calls time, steps back in. It's a 3-1 from Schlegel. Gugnacki holds up just low and outside, and he'll take his walk. I'll put runners on first and second. Still nobody out for the Dogs. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Carson Withers. Correct me if I'm mistaken, I think this is the first left-handed batter we've seen this game. There's a hard line drive caught by the second baseman. He'll double Cairo off at second. And a nice play and a bit of luck right there for the Golden Grizzlies. And they get quick 2 outs right there. Stop the bleeding just a little bit.
Yeah, nothing Cairo could do on that. Too far off his second on his secondary, and Withers put a nice swing on the ball, but right at the second baseman.
I'll bring up the center fielder, Andrew Beidel. So that ball sails inside and misses, 1-0. turf. As Masick has trouble finding it for a second, but he recovers. We'll take a short trip out to the pitcher's mound, have a little conversation.
Vitale having himself a good season thus far, 11 for 20. He's driven in 12 runs, good for a 6.11 average.
There's the 2-0 from Schlegel. High foul ball on the right side of the field. It's going to find its way out of play. Two-1 from Schlegel. Hard ground ball right back up the box, past the diving shortstop, and that's going to find its way into center field. The Bulldogs have runners on first and second with 2 outs.
The third baseman, number 34, Jordan Ham.
Bulldogs doing a great job so far today. Schlegel leaving a lot of middle pitches, and they're just putting them right back up the box right where they're pitched. So you got to give the Bulldogs some credit.
So I'll bring up the third baseman, Jordan Ham. Trying to keep this little 2-out rally going right here. Schlegel trying to stop the bleeding. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Ball high, 1-1.
Ham comes into today's game, 5 hits and 16 at-bats, has scored 7 runs.
Breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Now, should Ham keep the inning going, that would bring up the right fielder, Shane Carney. This pitch from Schlegel, high and outside, evens count up at 2-2.
So far today, it looks like Schlegel's been locating his breaking pitch better than his fastball. Dogs are doing a good job of laying off of it, but it's pretty much been in there for a strike.
Another ball high and outside. I'll bring it to a full count, 3-2.
If I were Schlegel here, even though a 3-2 count usually calls for a fastball, I just feel like his curveball would be better suited with how he's been controlling it today.
See if he throws it here. Instead he goes with the fastball. It's high and tight. And that's going to load the bases here with 2 outs. We had some Sunday brunch before the game today. It looks like we've got 4 waffles and a 3-way toaster. I think something's going to have to give. I think we're going to have a continental breakfast. So that ball is in the turf, 1-0. And I think Shane Carney is going to be the one to give us some of those waffles. Pitch just finds the outer half of the plate, 1-1.
Carney's driven in 2 runs this year, trying to add a few more to his total.
There's a ball high, 2-1. And Schlegel's having a little difficulty finding the strike zone the last couple of batters. Here's the pitch. In the turf, nice block there by Masick, but it's going to bring the count to 3-1. On deck for the Bulldogs is the catcher, Josh Giuliano. A 3-1. Breaking ball across the plate. Count goes full, 3-2. Runners will be off with the pitch here. There's a pitch from Schlegel. Runners off, and it's a big swing and a miss.
Another breaking ball. That's what he needs to go to today.
Bulldogs will leave the bases loaded, but not before tacking on 2 runs on a couple of costly errors for the Golden Grizzlies. We will head to the top of the second inning, 3-2 Oakland. Keep it tuned right here to Bulldog Baseball on ACTV. Welcome back to this broadcast of October Baseball. It's Adrian Club Baseball here on ACTV, top of the second inning, 3-2 Golden Grizzlies. Mark Cash will get back to the bump. We get back to work here on this Sunday afternoon. That first pitch to the right fielder, Cody Witt, falls for a ball.
8-9-1 up the second inning for the Grizzlies.
Big swing and miss there on that fastball on the outer half of the plate. It's going to bring the count even at 1-1. It's a pitch from Cash. Big swing and a miss. Goes with that fastball in the outer half again. The count now is 1-2. Payoff pitch. Big swing and a miss. He tosses in the chair. Third one today, and it's a quick first out for the Bulldogs here on the top of the second.
Nice job of Cash attacking Witt with outside fastballs that entire at-bat.
So I'll bring up the number 9 hitter, the left fielder, Brad Gibson. As Gilson takes that high strike there. 0-1. Awkward swing there as that breaking ball comes at the feet. And it's quickly 0-2.
Gilson looks like he was expecting a fastball on that pitch.
Instead, Cash comes with the fastball right there. Another strikeout. Tosses in the 4th chair of the afternoon. And there's 2 quick outs. Always nice to have a 3-pitch strikeout.
Doing an excellent job today of working the corners.
High foul ball down the right side line. 3 defensive players merging on it, but it'll find its way out of play. Alou reached base in the first inning to lead off the game with an infield single, would later come around to score and give the Grizzlies their first run of the day. Here's the 0-1 from Cash. Inside, 1-1. Ball sails outside. 2-1. Gets jammed on that one. Soft grounder to the second baseman. He'll take it. Throw on the first. 3 up, 3 down here for the Dogs. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Keep it tuned right here to Bulldog Club Baseball on ACTV. Welcome back to Adrian Club Baseball here on ACTV. Bottom of the second inning. 3-2 Golden Grizzlies. As the rain begins to fall again here this afternoon. Now for the Dogs is the catcher Josh Giuliani. He'll take a ball in the turf. 1-0. Ball in the turf. This one will roll all the way to the backstop. 2-0.
The first part of the first inning for Schlegel was hanging his fastball. Bulldogs just put it right up the box, and then right around the second half of that inning, he started having trouble controlling his fastball.
Foul ball almost makes it into the Oakland dugout. Hit the brick on the side so hard, bounces right out of the field. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Schlegel. Ball high, 3-1. There's a soft ground ball. Scooped up by the third baseman. Awkward throw over to first in the dirt, and it gets away. So Giuliano will be aboard to start the bottom of the second inning.
See us had to make a do-or-die play there. Luckily, that fence isn't too far from first base, so his throw didn't allow Giuliano to move up to second.
So I'll bring up the leadoff hitter for the Dogs, Eric Stevenson. Started the bottom of the first off with an inside the park home run on the diving attempt by the center fielder, Nick Baker. We'll see if he can do something like that again here. First pitch, he lays down a bunt. Schlegel off the mound. He'll take the easy out at first for 1 down, but it will advance Giuliano to second. The Dogs now have a runner in scoring position.
Nice bunt there by Stevenson, but maybe an even nicer play there by Schlegel. Little barehanded action.
Number 16, Tyler Rochia.
I'll bring up the second baseman, Tyler Rochia. 5 minutes ago it was raining. Now the sun's coming out. It's just one of those fall afternoons here in Michigan. Rochia takes a ball high, 1-0. Slagle gets his sign, checks the runner. Now the pitch. Ball outside, 2-0.
Rochia in his first at-bat had that line drive out to the right fielder who missed the catch, had a bad throw into the infield allowing him to get to third, and came in on the Cairo single.
Another ball low, 3-0. Here's the pitch. Ball just off the plate. 4 straight balls for Rochia, and he'll reach. Make it runners on first and second with only 1 out here.
Number 14, Tyler Cairo.
I'll bring up the designated hitter, Tyler Cairo. Ball on the turf. Nice block there by the catcher, Masick. It's 1-0 as once again Slagle having trouble finding the strike zone. There's a curveball that finds the strike zone, and it's 1-1. The pitch from Slagle. Ground ball. Nice soft hands there by the coach, Brent Greenwood.
That's why they hired him.
You didn't see it in the shot, but that was textbook fielding of his position down at third base coach. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Cairo. Another ground ball at third base. This won't stay in play. Macias, another tough play. Can't be scooped by the first baseman. And the Dogs have the bases loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
Another tough defensive play on the part of the Grizzlies. Nice pitch by Slagle getting Cairo out in front of it, but the first baseman, Friend, just couldn't come up with the ball.
They'll bring in a pinch runner for Cairo.
Number 1, Zach Acero.
Masick goes out to have another meeting with Slagle, trying to calm him down a little bit.
And tying his shoe.
Just for added measure, you know, safety first, kids. You don't want to be tripping out there on your laces. So they'll bring up the first baseman, Evan Gugnacki. Once again, we have 4 waffles in the 3-way toaster. And I think Gugnacki's the one that wants a continental breakfast right here. Some syrup, maybe some fresh berries, some whipped cream. And he was really wanting to cook on that one, but he misses on that strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-1.
One thing I've noticed from Slagle so far, and I don't know if this has something to do with his command issue today, but he's not really pitching the Dogs inside. He's really wearing outside.
Little bloop by Gugnacki. They flip to second for the first one. Relay, not in time. Run will come in to score. And the Dogs tie it up. It's now 3-3 on that fielder's choice with runners on the corners.
Just as I say that, he decides to throw one in. Nice play by the second baseman. Pierce getting that force at second base. Double play still in order.
So Withers now going to try to give the Bulldogs the lead right here. There's a grounder right to the first baseman. It's a foul ball as it just finds its way on the right side of that line. And rather than out number 3, it is strike 1. Ball low and outside, evens the count up at 1-1.
Withers had that bad luck line out double play in his first at bat.
That ball high, 2-1. High fly ball, left side, shortstop and center fielder, or left fielder, excuse me, merging on it. It's going to fall fair. Here comes a throw to third base. It's overthrown. The Dogs take the lead on that bloop double. It is now 4-3.
Gilson shading over for the left-handed hitter, just can't quite come in. Perfectly placed there by Withers.
I'll bring up the center fielder, Andrew Beidel, trying to keep this going for the Dogs. So finds the outside a little too much, and it's 1-0. That strike just finds the knees, 1-1. Slagle trying to get his way out of this here in the bottom of the second. There's a hard ground ball right back up the hole on the left side. It's going to bring in run. Here comes the throw home. It's cut off by Slagle. It is a 2-run RBI single for Beidel. The Dogs now lead 6-3.
Just another nice little piece of hitting there by the Dogs. This time Beidel hitting it where it's pitched. That's really all you have to do in games like this. It's cold outside. Weather, temperature is not really going to let the ball fly, so you just got to put it where it's pitched.
There's a first pitch ball right there to the third baseman, Jordan Ham. Seven hits now for the Bulldogs. Another ball on the turf blocked by Masick. And Beidel will hold at first base. There's a strike at the knees, 2-1. Ball high, pickoff down to first base. Beidel will be back in time. Nice stop there by Masick. Another ball low. And Ham will be aboard. The base on balls. Runners on first and second, and still 2 outs. So the Grizzlies are just trying to get out of this inning.
Grizzlies don't have the deepest roster, so we'll see how long they go with Slagle and how they'll shake it up when they decide to take him out.
Oh, it's still another game after this. You got to wonder how much pitching they have to spare between the 2 games.
Well, that's the beauty of club baseball. You have a lot of players that can pitch, play different positions. Not really one set area where they have to play.
There's a big cut there by the right fielder, Shane Carney, 0-1. Big cut there. 1-2. Slagle will try to get out of this inning. Ball on the turf, evens count up at 2-2. A pickoff throw to second base. He'll be back in time, but not before taking that ball off the calf. The 2-2. Curveball doesn't break and stays high. 3-2. Runners will be off with the pitch, which will get Carney right between the numbers. And once again, the Dogs have the bases loaded with 2 outs.
Looks like the Grizzlies are making a pitching change here.
Looks like an old flip-flop of positions. And it's going to be the left fielder, number 9, Brad Gilson, who's going to come into pitch. So we'll give him some time to take some warm-up pitches. We'll be right back here with more Bulldog Club baseball here on ACTV. Welcome back to Club Bulldog Baseball here on ACTV. 6-3 Bulldogs. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And the new pitcher, Brad Gilson. Find the strike zone right there, 0-1. But a hard hit ground ball, scooped by the shortstop, throw over to first. Stretches off the bag. And a little too far off the bag, as he will be safe at first. That brings another run in for the Bulldogs, and still the Grizzlies are having trouble finding their way out of this inning.
The shortstop, number 2, Adrian.
Hard ground ball to shortstop. He'll flip to second for the out. Nice hit for Stevenson, but just at the guy. The Grizzlies will escape the bottom of the second inning, but not before giving up 5 runs. We'll head to the top of the third, 7-3 Bulldogs. You're watching some October baseball here on ACTV. Top of the third here at Nicolay Field, 7-3 Adrian Bulldogs. And leading off for the Golden Grizzlies is the second baseman Austin Pierce. Struck out his first time up. Cash goes back to work from a long rest after that 5-run bottom of the second inning by the Bulldogs. They'll throw a ball right there, 1-0.
Cash did an excellent job of bouncing back from his first inning struggles with a 9-pitch inning, including 2 strikeouts.
That fastball just finds the outer half of the plate, evens the count up at 1-1. Big swing and a miss on that off speed, 1-2. Pierce was badly fooled on that one. Payoff pitch. Freezes him right there. Throws him the chair. And another strikeout to start the top of the third inning.
Nice job by Cash there. 2 hard fastballs on the outside and just freezes him coming back inside.
So now batting for Oakland is the center fielder, Nick Baker. I'll watch his strike go by right there. 0-1. All high, 1-1. Cash doing an excellent job setting the pace here today. He's working quick, locating pitches, and really getting some good results. Except I spoke too soon. A liner right down the left field line. He's going to head to second. Here comes a throw in. And he is safe. The umpire says that he got under the tag, and it's a 1-out double here for Nick Baker.
Excellent throw out in left field by Withers, making that play a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
I'll bring up the third baseman, Austin Macias. So he'll try to drive a run in here and get the Grizzlies to start chipping away at this lead. The 0-1 outside, 1-1. The wind beginning to pick up here at Nicolay Field on this breezy Sunday afternoon. It's a ground ball over to the right side, scooped up. And thrown to first for out number 2. That will advance the runner. And I'll bring up the first baseman, John Friend. Struck out his first time up.
The first baseman, number 25, John Friend.
Hard grounder right at Stevenson. He'll throw on to first. Can't be handled. And Friend will be aboard. Another error for the Bulldogs. Another run for the Grizzlies. And it is now 4-7.
Tough break there for the Dogs. Stevenson did a nice job staying down on the ball, but Gugnacki just couldn't come up with it. Don't know if he took his eye off too soon or...
There's a ball right there to the new left fielder, the starting pitcher, Tony Slagle. He'll try to get a couple runs back for his own cause. Fastball just off the plate, 2-0. Cash checks his man at first in the pitch. Foul ball off the mask. Giuliano. Count goes to 2-1.
So you wear the tools of intelligence, as Jim Price would say on the Tigers radio broadcast.
Does that mean instead of wearing those caps at graduation, we should all wear catcher's masks?
You know, people might be throwing things at you depending on how your school career went. You got to be protected.
Slagle, a defensive swing right there. Straight into the netting. Count goes even at 2-2. You got to wonder that graduation class, that's high up. You take a wrong step and you take a header down those steps. Catcher's mask might be the first thing you want.
This might save you a couple teeth.
That pitch by Cash just off the plate. Count goes full 3-2. With 2 outs here, Friend will be taken off from first base on the pitch. Another foul ball straight back. The count stays full. Now should Slagle get on base, that'd bring up the catcher, Gabe Masick. Another foul ball, this one out of play over on the right side.
Nice little battle here by today's starting pitcher for the Grizzlies.
The 3-2. Big swing and a miss. Cash gets him fishing. The Bulldogs get out of the inning, give up a run, but hold on to the lead. It's 4-7 Dogs. As we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Keep it tuned right here to Bulldog Baseball on ACTV. Welcome back to Bulldog Baseball here on ACTV. Bottom of the third, 7-4. Adrian College Bulldogs lead over Oakland. And up to bat now is the second baseman, Tyler Rochia. Gilson delivers a first pitch ball there, 1-0.
Rochia walked his last at bat, has scored both times up to the plate today.
That fastball skids across home plate, 2-0. Ground ball down the left side, but foul. This coach Brent Greenwood. Terrible throw back to the pitcher.
Hopefully that's not what he's teaching his ball players during practice.
Greenwood, a former pitcher for the Adrian College varsity team. You got to wonder, is he losing it a little bit?
Might be getting the yips over there.
He's got the soft hands, but maybe not the soft throws. As Gilson misses with that pitch, it's 3-1. There's got to be a lot of pressure down there when you're a coach. You know, if you don't make the throw, you don't make the play on the foul ball, you step out of the way. It doesn't look good. A diving attempt by the Grizzlies shortstop right there, but it'll go into left field. And it's a leadoff single for Tyler Rochia.
Number 1, Zach Sarah.
Pickoff throw over to first base, but not in time.
Batting in the third spot now. Pinch ran for Cairo is Zach Acero. He takes one up and in.
And another back pick by the catcher Masick, but still not in time. Another bunt attempt. But off the bottom of the bat and back to the backstop. The count goes 1-1.
If Acero's bunting for a sacrifice, you might want to square around a little earlier. Showing a little late, stabbing at the ball. So if he's bunting for a hit, the late show is what he wants, but if he's just trying to move him over, he wants to get that bat out there a little earlier.
So he decides to hold on that one. Count goes 2-1. Pitch from Gilson. High fly ball. It's going to stay in the infield. And the shortstop, Anthony Alou, will pull that one in for the first out of the bottom of the third. That throw gets away. Rochia's going to go to second. Here comes the throw and the tag. And he is out trying to take advantage of that missed throw. So an infield pop-up goes into a double play, excuse me. A loose throw back into the infield gets away. Rochia thought he had enough time to get to second base, but they gun him down. Big cut there from first baseman Evan Gugnacki. Starts it at bat 0-1.
Nice little change up, getting Gugnacki out in front.
Foul ball. Taps off the umpire behind first plate or home plate. Getting a little tongue-tied there. It's 0-2. That pitch from Gilson sails outside, 1-2. Another ball outside, 2-2, and it looks like Gilson's pitches have a little bit of tail on them.
Definitely giving the Bulldogs some fits here with their swings. Can't quite square it up.
Gugnacki hits a hard line drive. Diving attempt by the right fielder, and it's going to get past him all the way to the wall. Gugnacki going from second, and he's going to try for third. Here comes the throw in, but they will cut it off. And it is a triple for the big man, Evan Gugnacki.
Another do-or-die attempt by the Grizzly outfield. This time by the right fielder, Cody Witt. Luckily, Gugnacki doesn't quite have the wheels that Stevenson does, so he's only held to a triple.
The left fielder, number 28, Carson Withers.
So here's Carson Withers now with a chance to drive in a 2-out run. And he'll take a ball outside, 1-0. There's a line drive right back up the box. That's going to be a base hit. Gugnacki's going to score. And the Bulldogs tack on another run, now 8-4.
Nice little line drive single right back up the box for Withers, and that's 3 at-bats for Withers today so far that he's made great contact.
That's going to bring up the center fielder, Andrew Beidel. And he takes a ball there high, 1-0. Another breaking ball, still high, a little inside, 2-0. Gilson throws over to first base. But back in time. Here's the 2-0. High and inside again. 3-0. That ball just finds the strike zone on the inner half of the plate. And the at-bat stays alive, 3-1. Should he keep the inning going, that'd bring up Jordan Ham, but there's a ground ball over to Macias at third base. Throw over to first, and a nice scoop right there by John Friend to end the inning. Bulldogs tack on another run. 8-4, we head to the top of the fourth inning. Keep tuned right here to Bulldog Club Baseball on ACTV.
Moving on, fourth inning for the Grizzlies. Big catcher number 33, Gabe
Mark Cash gets back to work here. Top of the fourth inning, 8-4 Bulldogs. And there's a first pitch strike to the catcher, Gabe Masick. It's a hard ground ball to second base. A nice sliding glove and a pick at first base. Such a nice play. Can barely get the description out of my mouth, but nonetheless, it's a great first out for the Bulldogs to start the fourth.
Beautiful play by Rauschia. First getting to that ball in the hole, and then the quick transfer throw over to first. And Gugnacki finishing it off with the pick.
I'll bring up the right fielder, Cody Witt, as he takes a ball outside. There's a fastball that comes across at the knees, 1-1. Ground ball. Stevenson comes in, throw over to first. That's a quick out number 2 for the Dogs. So that'll bring up the starting left fielder, now pitcher, Brad Gilson. Takes a cut at that fastball and misses 0-1. Cash was roughed up a little bit in the first inning, giving up those 2 runs, but ever since then he's cruised. Throwing a lot of strikes as Gilson fishes at that one outside, 1-2.
Cash has been working the borders all game. Some of those close pitches in the first are now catching the black. Not only that, but Grizzly bats are also helping by chasing.
So ground that one to Rochia and a routine play over to first. Another 1-2-3 inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the fourth, 8-4 Bulldogs. Keep it tuned right here to ACTV. Bottom of the fourth here at Nicolay Field. The Bulldogs getting into some sweet Caroline right there.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth inning for your Bulldogs, the third baseman.
8-4 is the score.
Jordan.
And up to bat now is the third baseman, Jordan Ham. Now in the bottom of the third inning, the scoreboard said bottom 4. Of course, it was the bottom of the third inning. We apologize for that. But the scoreboard now reads right. Bottom 4. And it's a 1-0 count on Jordan Ham. That pitch from Gilson, low and outside, 2-0. There's a strike at the knees, 2-1. Tapper down the third base line, but foul. The ball low and in the turf. It's now a full count on Ham.
That is the 7th 3-ball count that the Dogs have gotten to today.
Big swing and a miss there. Gilson strikes him out to start the bottom of the 4th.
The right fielder, number 30.
Up now is the right fielder, Shane Carney. As the sun trying to peek out here at Nicolay Field today. Looks like the rain, we hope, has passed for the afternoon. Should never be too certain.
Especially with this Michigan fall that we've been having.
There's a ball high.
You know, a lot of people were complaining about that 80-degree weather we had a couple weeks ago, but I would have been happy to see it stay.
Ball inside. It's 3-0. So I don't know about the high 80s I couldn't stand, but you give me, high 60s, low 70s, I could take that.
Anything but this.
So that pitch from Gilson finds the inner half of the plate, 3-1.
I mean, granted, it's been a great fall, but
It has been. And this weather's not terrible. With the sun peeking out, it's not bad. There's a high fly ball into left field. And that's going to be over his head and all the way to the wall. He's going to pull into second base, and it's a one-out double for Shane Carney as he absolutely drilled that one.
probably the best piece of contact that either team has had so far today. Slagle in left field was playing in,
Number 25, Josh.
and Carney was able to burn a double over his head.
So runner on second with one out. That's going to bring up the catcher, Josh Giuliani. Giuliano. Pickoff attempt by Gilson sails wide. Ball high and inside. Giuliano backs out of the way. Here's the 2-0. Another one high and inside, and again, Giuliani backs out. Giuliano. I don't know why I have that name in my head. You're hearing the people on the bench say, wear it. Would you wear that one that high, Cody?
I mean, if you know how to lean into a pitch, it wouldn't hurt that bad.
It's a strike at the knees. 3-1. Ball high, pickoff to second base, and he's going to get in a rundown. Giuliano will take first base and keep an eye on it. He'll be tagged out trying to go to third, so even though a runner's aboard, there's one out. 2 outs, excuse me. And a runner on first.
Carney might have been better suited just to commit to second. Was close enough to the bag where he might have been able to get a hand in there.
Stevenson takes a ball strike on the inner half of the plate, 0-1. Gilson goes headhunting there. Close call for Stevenson. It's 1-1, and Gilson having trouble finding the strike zone and getting dangerously close to hitting somebody. This one just low, 2-1.
Looking like the polar opposite of the starter, Slagle, who was pounding the outside part of the plate. Very rarely went inside, and Gilson looks like that's the side he's going to favor.
So that ball sails inside again. It's 3-1. Here's the pitch. Ooh, and that one comes up and hits him. You knew it was going to happen eventually, and the Dogs now have 2 aboard with 2 outs. Masick will go out and talk to his pitcher, try to calm him down.
Gilson has gone to a 3-ball count every batter this inning. That makes 10 total for Grizzly pitching in this game.
So that'll bring up the second baseman, Tyler Rochia. That fastball just finds the outer half of the plate, 0-1.
Looks like Gilson got the benefit of a couple inches on that pitch. So that ball comes straight back to the backstop, and it's 0-2. Breaking ball stays high, 1-2. Twelve hits on the day for the Bulldogs. Also aided by 3 Oakland errors, and there's a high towering fly ball, but it's going to find its way out of play on the right side. So Rochia stays alive on that one. Here's the 1-2 from Gilson. Ball low, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Line drive into the right center gap, and that's going to be a base hit and drive in a couple runs. It's going to bring at least run. Here comes his second run. It is a triple for Tyler Rochia as he places it right in the gap. Excellent piece of hitting there by Rochia, just hitting the right field gap. The right fielder out there, Cody Witt, kind of took a little bit of a shallow route, wasn't able to cut it off.
It's now 10-4 Bulldogs as they keep pouring it on to the Golden Grizzlies. And they've done a lot of this with 2 outs. It's another ball blocked in the turf by Masick, and he's had a lot of those this afternoon so far. again inside. Bulldogs might need to get some ice ready after this one. That ball straight back. Count goes to 2-1.
Now keep in mind, this was originally scheduled to be a triple header, so if they had played that first game, the Grizzlies might have been in a little bit of a tough spot in terms of who they had for the bump.
There's a nice breaking ball there by Gilson. Evens the count up at 2-2. Almost chases but lays off. Count goes full 3-2.
Another 3-ball count for the Grizzlies. Having a tough time today spotting their fastballs.
Another foul ball back out of play. A 3-2 pitch. Ball low. He'll draw the walk. And Bulldogs now have runners on first and third. Oakland still trying to get that final out of the inning.
Brings up Gugnacki, who had a triple down the right field line his last at bat. So that one travels dangerously inside again.
The first baseman, number 17, Evan Gugnacki.
Runner takes off for second. Masick will hold the ball. Bulldogs now have runners on second and third. There's a line drive into left field, base hit. That's going to score one for the Dogs. Runner will hold at third. It's an RBI single. The Dogs now lead 11-4.
Gotta give the Dogs a lot of credit here. Sometimes it can be tough to put up good at-bats against guys who are all over the place, but they've been waiting for their one pitch, and when they've been getting it, they've been taking advantage of it.
Grizzlies are going to stick with Gilson at pitcher. And that breaking ball just misses
Number 28,
to Carson Withers as he tries to keep this two-out rally going. Can't hold up on that one, and it's 1-1. Dogs have runners on the corners. 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Gilson. A hard ground ball to the shortstop. He'll throw over to second for the force. Golden Grizzlies get out of the inning, but not before surrendering 3 more runs. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning, 11-4. Adrian, keep it tuned right here to ACTV. Top of the fifth here at Nicolay Field, 11-4. Adrian leads over Oakland University. And up now is their leadoff hitter, shortstop Anthony Alou. Cash misses with that first pitch fastball, 1-0. Big swing and a miss there. Foul tip into the glove, 1-1.
Grizzlies continuing to chase that outside fastball.
And he's fooled on that off speed, and it looks like the catcher was too. Sails to the backstop. The count goes 1-2. Just misses on the outer half of the play, evens the count up at 2 apiece. Here's the pitch from Cash. The ball outside, and the count goes full, 3-2. Foul ball straight back. Bulldog infield playing at normal depth as well as the outfield. Some late afternoon shadows starting to creep across the field. There's a ground ball fielded by Cash. Easy throw on to Gugnacki at first base, and it's a easy out number 1 here in the top of the fifth.
That's why you do your PFPs there. Textbook by Cash.
I'll bring up the second baseman, Austin Pierce. 2 strikeouts today. He swings and misses at that first pitch, 0-1. Wind still blowing here at Nicolay Field, but it looks like it's let up just a little bit. Rain holding off as well. It's turned out to be not such a bad fall afternoon.
Can't ask for much more than that.
There's a low strike there. Evens count up at 2 apiece. Here's the 2-2 from Cash. Giuliano just can't squeeze that pitch, and it's 3-2. The 3-2. That one just finds the outer half of the plate. Cash throws in the chair, and there are 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. Cash continues to deal here this afternoon.
He's been pounding the outside part of the plate all day, and looks like that umpire, with his consistency, is starting to give him a few calls that are a couple inches off.
So I'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Nick Baker. It's a hard ground ball through the left side hole, a base hit. So Baker, a nice piece of hitting there. Puts a Golden Grizzly aboard with 2 outs here in the fifth. So up to bat now is former BC Hawk Austin Macias. Ground ball to the right side. Gugnacki fields it and will step on first for out number 3. Grizzlies get a man aboard but can't bring him across. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 11-4 Adrian. And you're watching club baseball here on ACTV.
The AC Club baseball team in the 7th inning stretch for Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Not me. What?
The center fielder, number 18, Andrew Vital.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning here. And Beidel sends a soft tapper down the left field line, but foul to start his at-bat. Ground ball over to shortstop. Beidel's going to be safe. Macias and Alou just kind of looked at each other, expecting one or the other to take the ball. A little miscommunication there, and because of that, there's a Bulldog aboard with nobody out.
Yeah, Macias was close enough to that ball. He should have been the one to take it with his momentum carrying over to the bag.
Jordan Ham.
I'll bring up the third baseman, Jordan Ham. Bulldogs continue to just chip away here at this Oakland pitching. Another back pick by the catcher, Masick. Again, safe is the Bulldog runner. Ball low, 2-0. You got to give Gilson some credit right here. He's gotten banged up a little bit, but he's still out there giving it his all right now. Hard ground ball right to Macias. Eats him up a little bit, but he will cover for the out at second base. There's one down and a runner on first.
Nice job bodying up that ball, knocking it down right in front of him. A little bit of a catcher's instinct in that play.
I'll start Carney off with a breaking ball right there, 0-1. Bulldogs hitting the ball hard here today. Finding some gaps, but a lot of them they've hit right at somebody and it eats them up. Seen a couple misplays in the outfield. You saw that one that ate Macias up, and that one by Carney finds the hole. There are now 2 runners aboard with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
The catcher, number 25, Josh Giuliano.
That's going to bring up the catcher, Josh Giuliano, who I've said his last name wrong countless times this broadcast, and any of his family members. What's his name, Cody?
If I heard it right, it's Giuliano or Giuliano. I'm getting ahead now.
Isn't that what I've been saying?
You've been giving it the hard G, the Giuliano.
Oh, I've been giving it the hard G. That's what you told me. If any of his family members or he watches this game afterwards, I apologize. But you're having a great game, so just keep it up. It's the pitch from Gilson. Tapped foul. Count goes to 0-2.
Giuliano is 2 for 2 in this game. A couple singles, a walk, scored 2 runs.
It's the pitch from Gilson. High, 1-2. Gilson thinks about going to second, but holds on to the ball right there. There's a 1-2 pitch. Just misses outside, and it's 2-2. He's fooled on that off speed. Strikeout for Gilson, and they're now 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. So I'll bring up the leadoff hitter, shortstop Eric Stevenson. A high fly ball into center field, but caught by Nick Baker to end the inning. Bulldogs can't scratch across the run right there, but they continue to lead this game 11-4. We'll head to the top of the 6th. You're watching October Baseball here on ACTV.
No! How many times do I have to tell you that? I don't play the music.
Leading off the 6th inning for the Grizzlies, the first baseman, number 25, John Friend.
Well, you heard the public announce addresser Sean Kane right there. John Friend up to start the top of the 6th inning. And swing at that pitch by Cash. Starts at bat 0-1. Cash continues to cruise through this game. There's a line shot into left field, but a great diving catch by Carson Withers for the first out.
Friend just far enough out in front of that one to let it float out there. Withers had enough time to get over
The
and
left fielder,
put it away for out number 1.
32, Tony Slack.
Now up to bat is the left fielder, Tony Slagle. So watch that pitch go across the knees, 0-1. It's a hard line drive into right field, just past the reach of Tyler Rochia. It's a 1-out hit for Slagle.
That's what the Grizzlies have to do. Cash has shown time and time again that he's just going to keep wearing out the outside part of that plate until they make an adjustment. So got to hit it where it's pitched, and that's exactly what Slagle did right there.
So that's going to bring up the catcher, Gabe Masick. Fouls that one straight back into the parking lot, mind you. So let's hope that there's no broken windows right there.
Isn't our car out there?
It is out there. That one catches the outside corner. 0-2. You got to be careful where you park at a baseball game. You know, you can't park too close to the field. I mean, I've seen a couple broken windows in my day. Luckily not mine, but I didn't park in the best spot today. You got to admit that. Ball outside, 1-2. When I park next to a car to strategically kind of block myself, but at the same time, if it's coming up overhead, you're just a sitting duck right there. Hard ground ball to the left side. Stevenson, nice play there. Flip to second for one. Relay. Not in time. So 2 outs now here in the top of the 6th inning. Grizzlies still have a man aboard on first. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Cody Witt. It's the first pitch from Cash is high and outside. Back pick. Giuliano, but safe. So the wind's starting to pick back up here at Nicolay Field. Clouds rolling in. Hopefully it doesn't rain again. There's a ball low, 2-0.
Might want to be holding on to our papers here.
You know, I got the calculator out to hold my stuff down. See, you've got a water ball on the phone.
On days like this, you got to find some innovative paperweights.
What's that? That's a pen. I don't think that's going to hold much down. Of course,
No,
it's next to the
that's
water
just for
bottle.
game notes.
Here's the pitch from Cash. Strike at the knees keeps this at bat alive. 3-1. The pitch. Outside, ball 4. Now walk to Witt. We'll put a runner on first and second. Still 2 outs. As Coach Greenwood makes a visit to the mound. In situations like these, what do you think they're talking about, Cody?
Probably just telling him to pitch to his lead. They've got 7 runs over the Grizzlies right now, so there's no use toying around trying to hit the corners. I mean, when you got a big lead like this, the best thing to do is go right after them, let it hit it into your defense.
Brings up the pitcher, Brad Gilson. Big swing and a miss there to start his at-bat. 0-1. Cash checks his man in the pitch. Outside, 1-1. High, 2-1. This is really the first trouble we've seen Cash in since that first inning where he gave up the 3 runs. Oh. Foul ball off the railing. 2-2.
Grizzlies are putting up a little better at bats here, not chasing outside pitches like they had been before.
The 2-2. Foul ball straight back. That bat stays alive.
If I were Cash right now, I might try to come back, drop a little breaking ball in there, see if I can freeze him.
Here's the pitch. Outside, count runs full, 3-2. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Grizzlies trying to claw their way back into this game. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right back to Cash, but look what he found. Flip over to the first baseman, Gugnacki, to end the inning.
The FP's right there.
The Bulldogs get out of it without surrendering a run. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning, 11-4, Adrian. You're watching club baseball right here on ACTV.
Coming up. Swag back there, man. Players sale on baseball stuff.
Leading off the bottom half of the 6th inning for your Bulldogs, the second baseman, number 16, Tyler Rochia.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Nicolay Field. Tyler Rochia to lead off the inning, and there's a line drive into the left center gap, and that's going to fall. Rochia on his way to second. He'll make the turn for third. Here comes the throw in. It's not going to be in time, and Rochia with the leadoff triple to start the bottom of the 6th.
It's 2 straight at bats with a triple for Rochia. First one was to the right field gap. This one to the left field gap. And on turf fields like this, that's what you want to do. You want to put it in the gaps. You want to let the turf take off and have it roll all the way to the wall. And Rochia is just really taking advantage of home field right now.
So now batting is Zach Acero with a chance to drive in the run. That ball on the turf. A 1-0 count. Brad Gilson still on the mound, still fighting for these Golden Grizzlies. Trying to make it to the end of this thing. The line drive right back up the box, a base hit. It's going to bring in Rochia, RBI single. That's going to make it 12-0 Dogs. The throw gets away. And he'll take second on the errant throw. The Grizzlies continue to have trouble here on defense today.
Not a great first game for the Grizzly outfield today.
The first baseman, number 17, Evan Gugnacki.
Errant throws, not judging the wind. Hopefully, in their minds, they can fix whatever it is that they need to fix and come back for the second game.
So up now is the first baseman, Evan Gugnacki. He'll take that one high, evens the count up at 1-1. That ball low and outside, 2-1.
Ignacki 2 for 3 today. He's got a triple, an RBI single.
That one fouled back, evens the count up at 2-2. Bulldogs 18 hits in the game today.
It's one of the first hanging curveballs that I've seen the Dogs swing at today.
The ball high and the count runs full, 3-2. Still nobody out. It's the pitch from Gilson. High fly ball into left field. Wynn playing with it a little bit, but he'll make the catch, haul it in for out number 1.
Nice swing by Ignacki, but he just got under it.
So now batting for the Bulldogs, it's the left fielder Carson Withers.
The left fielder, number 28, Carson Withers.
Only left-handed batter we've seen in the game today. Swings at that high pitch, foul on the left side. Will drift right back into fair territory though. It's Austin Macias hauls it in for out number 2.
Ball right there showed you how much the wind can affect the ball up in the air on days like today.
So up now is the center fielder, Andrew Beadle.
Number 18, Andrew Beadle.
Beadle first pitch swinging, that one on the left side of the infield, drifting in again and playing tricks with the catcher Masick, but he'll haul it in and haul in the helmet. Some nifty hands right there.
One of the hardest plays for a catcher is a ball up in the infield. But he did a great job of staying with it, especially in this wind.
Bulldogs tack on another run, now 12-4. We'll head to the top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Golden Grizzlies. Keep it tuned right here to ACTV. Scott's pitching.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Bulldogs, number 33, Scott Suminski.
Top of the 7th here at Nicolay Field, 12-0. Your Adrian Bulldogs lead over the Oakland University Golden Grizzlies. Last chance for the Grizzlies. Now pitching for the Bulldogs is Scott Squint Suminski.
7th inning for the Grizzlies. The shortstop, number 10.
Sminsky comes into today's game with 5 innings under his belt, giving up 2 runs but none earned. That was a strikeout.
That first pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. ball low, 2-0.
Sminsky's not going to burn one by anybody, but that sidearm slot that he has can put a lot of weird movement on the ball that the Grizzlies might not be used to seeing.
3-0 on the pinch hitter for the Grizzlies. That one just outside, ball 4. So Oakland has a man aboard to start the top of the 7th.
The second baseman, number 2, Austin Pierce.
So up now, Austin Pierce, second base. Trying to get the Grizzlies back in here. They'll take a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Pierce having a rough day so far, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Was able to work a full count his last at bat.
There's a line shot up the center field, but right at
Number 18, Andrew Beidel with the put out there.
and that's 1 out for Adrian. So strike on the outer half of the plate.
22, Nick Baker.
The center fielder, Nick Baker. So that pitch falls inside. Evens count up at 1-1. Hard ground ball. Roshia gets it to 1. Flips second relay. Throw not in time.
Not quite hit hard enough to get 2 on that one.
So Oakland now 2 outs on them. Keep a man on first.
The third baseman,
Down to their last at bat, it's third baseman Austin Macias. So that pitch misses low, 1-0. Ground ball over to Roshia. He'll flip to second for out number 3. Bulldogs will take game 1 of this Sunday doubleheader 12-4.
Nice first game for the club team today, especially by their hitters. It can be really tough to hit off guys that aren't able to find the strike zone, but they were very patient, putting together a lot of at-bats, and were able to put 12 runs up on the board.
Cash with a great game today. 6 strong innings, gave up 4 runs, but 3 of those were in the first inning, and once he got past that little rough start, he just cruised the last 5.
Really working that outside part of the plate. Grizzly hitters weren't able to adjust, so he just kept exploiting their weakness.
So 12-4 is your final. Keep it tuned right here to ACTV. Game 2 will be at 4:30. We'll see if the Bulldogs can keep it going or whether the Golden Grizzlies can make a comeback and even this weekend series. Robbie Alexander, once again, joined always by my colleague Cody Alexander. This has been Club Baseball here on ACTV.